guys, welcome back to my channel. This video has very much been requested. Normally I do studio vlogs, but I wanted to put together all of my little Instagram tips and tricks that I've learnt over the past year into a little video for you. So I want to get my disclaimers out of the way. First of all, I am not an expert at all. There's so many people that might be able to give you better advice, but as a creative person and I work for myself, I thought some of the things I might have learned over this past year might help you. This time last year, I was heavily pregnant. I was ready to have my baby. My Instagram was at about 1,000 followers, maybe slightly more, but around 1,000. And it was pretty much dead. I never posted on there. I didn't have any interactions with anybody over there. And since then, since May, I've really tried to up my Instagram game, and I'm really proud to say that I'm almost at 4,000 followers. So that's nearly 3,000 in 9 months. And I've really built a community over there, or I feel like I have. So hopefully all of these little tips and bits of things that I do will help you. I have broken it down into 3 parts, and I'm also going to film my phone, so you'll be able to see it on the screen, and I'll show you exactly what I do with my Instagram, and hopefully it all helps, hopefully. So let's get into it. So this first section I am calling engagement, because that is what you want to focus on. I know the thing you think about is how many followers do I have, and like I just said, I've managed to get 3,000 in the space of 9 months, and I'm really am proud of that. But what I'm more proud of is the community I've built and the engagement that I now have on my account, and I think that is so much more important than your followers. Like I said, I'm not an expert, but I would much rather have less than 5,000 followers but have them be so engaged with what I'm posting and me engaging with them as well, than having tens of thousands and not getting many likes and comments. Does that make sense? So I think you really need to focus on your engagement, and there's ways you can do that. When you post something on Instagram, make sure that you are engaging with the people that are commenting on the picture. So if somebody leaves a nice comment, reply back to them, you know, chat to them. Go on their page and comment on their pictures and really start building these friendships. It's really important that you don't just expect likes on your posts and comments. You really need to be going out there and interacting on other people's posts and meeting people. That is what Instagram is about. So I do think that building your following and building your engagement is all down to how you interact over there on Instagram. Treat Instagram like a friend. When you write a caption for a picture, you know, take time to think about what you're writing, ask questions, let people in, tell a story, engage with people in the comments. When I post a picture, I really try and take time out, even if it's 10-15 minutes after I've posted that picture, to make sure that I just respond to everybody that's interacted with it, and just show that I really appreciate them taking their time to comment on my photograph. Another tip kind of leads on from that is when you are posting your captions, put a call to action in there. Ask them a question, give them a reason to comment underneath. Asking a question is a great one. So, you know, if you post a picture of you at your desk saying what you've been up to that day, ask them what they've been up to and get them to comment underneath. It's really good to have a question there and a reason for somebody to comment. And the most important thing for me is just have meaningful relationships over there. I have to say that over the past 9 months, I have met on Instagram some amazing artists, and I feel like I've formed little friendships from people that have taken the time to like and comment on my pictures, and therefore I found them, I then like and comment on theirs. That's just what Instagram is. It's a sharing platform. So don't just post pictures in the hopes that you'll get followers and you'll get likes, because it's just pointless. You need to be interacting with people over there and enjoying your time on there. That's the whole point of it. So this second section I'm calling aesthetic, and if you're watching this, hopefully you're a creative person like me, whether you're an illustrator like me, or you're just another maker, or you own your own creative business, or just anything like that. You have to see that Instagram is a very visual platform, and you should treat it that way. You should treat it as a creative person, as an extension of your brand. That's all I have done in the past year, is try and make my Instagram fit my brand and to look very pretty. Like, that's what I'm trying to do. I try and draw nice pictures, so why would I not try and make my Instagram reflect that also? So hopefully you can see my screen over here. Let's click on Instagram and let's just give it a bit of an update. Oh, we've had 2 new followers, how lovely. If I click on my profile, you will see that I have really tried to make it look pretty and look nice. It's a reflection of my brand. When you click on my profile, you should instantly understand that I like the colour purple, I illustrate nice pictures, I have my own shop. Like, all of this is reflected in what is on my Instagram grid. So I believe in curating your Instagram feed and actually taking the time to plan your feed. So everything that you see on here has been planned. Nothing has been posted spontaneously. I really try and plan what is going to go on my Instagram at the start of my week. And I do that in several ways. So first of all, you'll see that my brand colours are very, very clear. I like purples, blues and peaches, and I make sure that those colours are used in all of my pictures because it will tie the whole grid together. So if you have branding colours or colours that you like to use, make sure that they're used in each of your pictures. So for example, let's find one. Purple is my colour, and it helps that I have purple in this room, so that when I take pictures of my studio, a purple is reflected. For example, this one. I wanted to take a picture of some parcels I wanted to send out, but realised I didn't have any purple reflected. So I put the tissue paper underneath my box, and all of a sudden purple is tied in. And when you go back and scroll through, it's only a tiny bit of purple there, but it ties the whole feed together. Think about your branding, think about the colours, your favourite colours, and try and include them in all of your pictures. Now that I've said that, when you go on my Instagram, you'll see it more and more. So let's find another one. It helps that my Cricut machine is purple, because if I'm lacking purple, I can just put it in the background of a picture and it helps. But yeah, that's the first thing I would say. Use your colours wisely. The same with your fonts. So I have fonts that I use, you'll see on my studio vlog pictures, and on my quotes, it's the same fonts being used. Make sure you're just being consistent throughout. Another thing to think about is mix up your grid. So as an illustrator, it can be very easy to just post illustrations on all of your pictures. Let's go back, because that's what I used to do. I posted a lot this year. Okay, here we go. Right, look. This is my old grid. I used to just post illustrations for each picture, pretty much. And then you'll see the shift I had. There, can you see? That's where everything changed. I started to mix up my grid, and it definitely helped. So now I plan, one day I will post an illustration, for example this one. The next day I will post a quote, again in the branding and the fonts. Then I wanted to show inside the studio, so like a behind the scenes shot, and then a product shot. You see? So there's 4 posts there, one after the other, and they're all showing different things. And I've tried to do that ever since. So if you scroll through, let's go up a little bit. So we have an illustration, a product, behind the scenes in my studio, there's another product, a quote, me behind the scenes. So I just try and break it up a little bit. So you want to, I would say, stop just posting your products, mix it up a little bit, show behind the scenes, and it will definitely break up your feed. And as long as you have, you know, your colours running throughout, it will look so beautiful. So the same also applies in your stories. I really recommend trying to keep your brand through your stories also. Let's make a story. So I'm going to take a selfie. Sorry, that was cringe. And I am going to comment saying, hey guys, I'm just filming an Instagram tips video. And then I can fill that in. Oh, hang on, that's spelled wrong, isn't it? What a fail. And then to change the background of that, I really recommend, again, using your branding colours. And there's colours all along the bottom. Now, if you can't see your colour there, please don't worry. What you have to do is hold down one of the colours and it will give you a full rainbow. and you should be able to find the colour you want to use. So mine is obviously purple. And so, hi guys, I'm just filming an Instagram tips video. And then let's put a call to action and get people chatting. So if you press the sticker icon at the top, there's so many different things you can put on your stories, and I really recommend using all of them. So for now, let's ask a question, and I'm gonna put, say hi to the video. And put that underneath. Do you know what? I'm actually going to change the colour to white. I've shown you how to do it, but I'm going to change the colour to white so people can see it. So we will send that to our stories now. Hopefully we get some people commenting back. But that just shows you how you can use your branding colours in your stories. You can change the colour of your text. It's a really great way to, inject a bit of your branding in there. Another great thing that you can do to inject a bit of your branding is to create story templates. Now you see these all the time, people play them in their stories. There's so many different ones you can do. I was playing them all the time, and then I realised, why don't I make some of my own? It's really easy to do if you've got tools like Canva. You can see mine here, so if I click on here, so I have them as a highlight. It's so much fun because if people share them and play them, they tag you in them, and it helps you to be seen by more people. It's so much fun. So for example, I have one like this. Again, it's my branding colours, it's my font, it has my logo on the bottom and my name. It's such a great way to get your face out there. So if you enjoy playing them, make some of your own. Why not? So another tip I have is hashtags. Now I don't know if my advice on hashtags is correct. I'm just telling you what I do. There's so many different things you can read on whether you should use lots of hashtags or not many hashtags. I don't actually know. So what I do know is you can only have a maximum of 30 to a post. So if you're trying to do more than 30, it's not going to work. I really recommend trying to do more specific hashtags and less of these generic ones because you're just going to get lost. What I use is an app called Tag-O-Matic. Say I make a post about vlogging. I can type in here, vlogging, hit search, and it's going to find me the top 30 hashtags for vlogging. So we have vlogging, vlog, vlogger, blogger, YouTube, bloggers life, vlogger life, vlogs. And what you can do is just tick the ones you want, so up to 30. And at the bottom you can copy to clipboard and add them to your Instagram post. I really recommend that you don't put them in your caption. It looks messy, it's not great. I always do a post and then I put the hashtags in the first comment so that they're hidden. It does the same job and it just looks a little bit neater. And then the other thing that I do, bearing in mind I have all of this to think about, is I use an app called Preview. Preview is an awesome way to look at your Instagram feed. So what you'll see now is my Instagram feed, but I can try out different photographs here to see how they look. So this one here is one that I've loaded into Preview to see how it looks on my grid. So I can check my colours, I can check everything that I want on Preview before I put it on Instagram. Because obviously on Instagram, as soon as you post it, it's out there for everyone to see. Whereas this app, it means you can visualise your grid before you actually post it to Instagram. I really recommend it. I use it for every single post. So bearing that all in mind, I think we post something to Instagram and I can show you what I do. So if we click on here, I've already loaded into my drafts what I want to post. So I want to share this illustration that I did last week. So if we hit next, and I need to write a caption. So I'm gonna write, today I'm filming a Instagram tips video. I'm posting this while filming. Yay. And a little love heart. Comment below and say hi to the video. And then let's do like a little waving face. Is there a wave? Yeah, let's do this one. So in there, I've given a call of action. I've told them to comment below, so hopefully we get some comments. So on here, I can tag people. I don't have anybody to tag. And yeah, I'm gonna take it off Facebook so that it just goes to Instagram and I can hit share. So that's going there. Now I need to do some hashtags. So if I go back to my other app, and what can we say? Oh, people are already liking the picture, so that's good. So let's do the hashtag mixtape, because that's what the picture is. It's of a mixtape. Mixtape. We can do artist, art. They're quite generic, but love illustration. Love illustration, illustration, artwork love. Valentine's, sure. Digital illustration. Then let's do YouTube video, because that's what I'm talking about. YouTube channel, YouTuber vlog. Then what about Instagram tips? Instagram growth, Instagram tips. And there we go. I've got 17 hashtags there. Not the best ones. I've copied them to clipboard. And then on my post, I'm going to click on the comment and I'll paste my hashtags in there. It adds this little bit at the bottom, powered by, I always delete that, like this, and post. And there we go. So you can see there that it's been added and it fits nicely. There's some purple in there. I feel like it fits the brand. The past 2 posts have been products, so it's nice to add an illustration in there. And as you can see, people are liking it. That's brilliant. So we'll check back on that in a minute and we'll see if anybody comments. So this final section of the video is going to be some of my tips. So the first one is to make sure that your bio is full and it's very clear, and I suggest bullet pointing it. So if you look at my bio here, I have my name, the fact that I'm an artist. I then have the fact that it's illustration and printed goodies. That's what I do. I'm a mummy to Luca, so again, adding a little bit of my story and behind the scenes about me. It says to follow my studio vlogs over on YouTube. And then for my shop, studio vlogs and Patreon, click below. So on there, you can see that I'm an illustrator, I'm a mum, I'm on YouTube, and I have a shop and Patreon, and that's all in my bio. It's very easy to try and get a lot of info in there, and I think bullet points is the best way to do it. I've also added some emojis in there. I think it adds a pop of colour and makes it look quite pretty. Another tip I have is in the link that you use. So always make sure that there is a link there. You can't use links in your posts or your captions, so directing people to a link, if you've got less than 10,000 followers, it's the best way to do it. If you've got more than 10,000 followers, you can do the swipe up feature, but I don't have that. So I need to direct people to that link. I had to think about what link am I going to put there. I wanted people to go to my website, to my YouTube, to my Patreon, all these different places, and I only had one link to use. So thankfully there's an awesome website called Linktree. A lot of people use it now and I really recommend it. So you can see the bio on my bio there, Linktree/eharveyart, and if you click on that, it directs you to a page that has multiple different links on there. So you can go on my Patreon, my YouTube channel, my shop, my website, Etsy, all of that, just from that one link. It's free to use. I'll leave a link below so you can sign yourself up, but it's just a great way to have multiple links and I really recommend it. In terms of what and when you should be posting, so like I said, mix up your grid, post different things on different days. I post to my grid once, twice a day, and I see that as like a highlight of my day. I then use stories throughout the day, and stories are my behind the scenes, not polished, no real filters on there. It's just showing you what's going on throughout the day, but I use my grid as my highlights. Like I said, I take the time to plan my grid, make it look beautiful, and my stories is like the less beautiful side of it, but it's the real side and it's behind the scenes. Make sure you're using all the features on stories. So like I said, let's double check. Let's get another one up. So we won't post this one. So you can see, you can tag your location, you can mention people, use hashtags. GIFs are awesome. If you can make your own GIFs, that's even better, but that's a completely different video. So you can post, okay, that's a bit of a sad GIF, but there you go. Other things you can do. You can add music, You can do polls. Polls are a brilliant way to get people involved in your Instagram. Maybe ask them what your next product should be, what your next illustration should be. Just create polls, it's brilliant. You can ask questions like we did before, run countdowns, and create a quiz. There's just so many features on Instagram stories. I really recommend going through them all, trying them all. It's so much fun. I would also really make use of highlights. So can you see on my profile, I have lots of different highlights going across. So basically these are just collections of stories. I have my 3K Draw This in Your Style, and you can just go through and see everything that I have saved to that highlight. I have In the Studio, so these are different stories from in the studio, and I can just update this. So if you click on more at the bottom and edit highlight, you can go to archive and you can look through all of your old stories. All of them are on there and you can select which ones would fit in that highlight. And it's a great way to share different memories. So like I have a craft fair section or a shop section. It's just, I think it's brilliant. And my final tip, the most important tip, is to be you. As a creative, we are so special in that we aren't this big corporate company. We can show what happens behind the scenes and how we make our products, and we can take people on that journey. And I feel like that is a big reason why my followers have increased this year, because people have enjoyed coming on my little journey with me and they've seen the highs and the lows, and not everything is perfect. Whether that's talking to the camera, I haven't talked about it much on this video because I didn't want to make it a big deal, but I really recommend using stories to chat to your followers. If you have the courage to talk on camera, or even if you want to just take photographs of yourself making a product or being creative, it just helps tell that story, and it will definitely bring people along for your journey. So be yourself, enjoy what you're doing, treat Instagram like a friend that you're updating throughout the day, and have so much fun with it. Hi guys, so it's a few hours later now and it's a little bit darker, so I do apologise, but I thought we could go back onto Instagram and take a look at some of the comments, see how many likes we got, and look at the stories and see who's interacted. I know some of you may want to see your comments on the video, so let's take a look. So this was the post that we did. We posted 2 hours ago, it said, and it's had 181 likes, so thank you so much. Let's click. Thank you so much. If you can see yourself, you're wonderful. Thank you so much. As you can see, I follow a lot of people that have interacted with me, so that feels nice. And normally I tend to look through people that I'm not following and just have a little nosy and see who's on there. We've had 18 comments. One of them will be the hashtags. So let's have a nosy. We've had Adam. Oh, love this idea. Hi everyone. Juliana says hi. We've had Pixel Pink, Tweedle's Handmade. Yay, I need all the tips I can get. Well, I really hope you find this useful. Thanks for sharing your knowledge with us noobs. This art is so cute. Thank you so much. Hi, I'm looking forward to the video. This is so cool. That's amazing. Thank you, Emily, for commenting. So everyone seems to be looking forward to this video. Hannah from Handmade Designs, thank you so much for commenting. Can't wait to see your Insta tips. Can't wait for this video. I really hope you like it. Yeah, so as you can see, posting that and asking people to comment worked, and it was wonderful. So thank you so much if you joined in my little experiment. So let's go and look at my story that I added. So let's go across. Here we go. Click on here. See all. Oh, we've had a few people on here as well. So hi Sophie, hi Lauren, hello, hi everybody. So there's been a few there as well. So that just shows you that by putting calls to actions on your posts, asking people to get involved, they really will. They'll love to be involved and to chat to you. And it's a great way to meet friends. So yay, that worked. So I just want to say a massive thank you for watching this video. I really hope you like it. Like I said, I'm really not an expert. This is just all come from experience that I've learnt this year, and I'm really hoping to continue to keep growing, and hopefully the things that I'm doing now will continue to help, and I really hope they help you too. If you're not following me already, I will leave my Instagram. Please head on over, come over, say hello. I would love to check out your profile. And yeah, if you've got any more questions or if you have any more tips for us, please leave them in the comments below and let's all share. And yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I'll speak to you very soon. Bye guys.